Okay, keep yourself some little quiet. It's more you need than so what again was. Oh, she asks, or say, or let as was already as well.
You know what? Actually,
Came the other, just because one another
let's.
It, always something that now thought no new will take good away from what everyone together ever was.
Stop. You're doing fresh coffee. I find fresh coffee seems to be the go-to a little bit because I'm kind of wanting it to go a certain direction, and it's not doing it. Fine. You're fine. You're free. You're a free agent. No, you're not.
Well, that's a first. Welcome to the Earth Wants to See Other People Club. How are you? Are you doing well? The Earth? I understand this is the first time it's had to make a statement here in a while. Earth is my friend's sister's kid who's on a gluten and dairy-free diet, very sensitive soul, and doesn't travel well. They sent this video instead of coming in. Anyway, the Earth wants to see other people. Let's not mince words. It wants other people. It wants you to leave so it can breathe again. You're crowding it. You're overstaying your welcome, and if there's one thing a millennial being knows, it's when to hit the eject button. It's over. The party's done. No more drinks served, but thanks for coming. I had fun too. We'll hook up again sometime in the next 100 years or so. Or better yet, why not just stay on Venus for a while? So, here we are. Well, thank you for being so gracious. But you must know what's going on with the Earth right now. No. How bad it's getting. Oh, you do. Do you really know? Do you really realize what the current atmospheric makeup is down here? Okay, good. Well, I'm glad we understand each other. It's just not sustainable anymore. I mean, yes, sure, there are some things about you humans that I kind of like. Some things here and there that I find quite appealing and refreshing, like the way you dance, the way you sing, your sense of humor, how your music comes through my heart and I get to feel the pain of love in many different colors. I like the way you cry out loud to nobody, to everybody, to somebody else, to yourself, and yet still don't know where the cry goes because it never stops. It keeps going and going. You know, there are things about you humans I've always found fascinating. Always. So I'll miss them. I'm not going to lie. I'm gonna miss them. But I'm still asking you to go away. It's time. You have to pack your bags and go away now. The world's been talking about climate change for years, yet we're just now seeing any real action on it. We're just now seeing politicians talk about it in anything but theoretical ways. So that gives me some hope. But still, the world has to move much faster than it seems to be willing to do. And the longer the world waits, the less sustainable it will be for us to move. I know how to clean up. I've been cleaning up all my life, so I've got the know-how, and I don't mean just by planting more trees and going green. I mean changing the whole infrastructure of global civilization. That means taking the focus off of consumption. You guys love that word consumption. That word gets you off more than any sex does, doesn't it? You love the idea of consuming, but you're not actually producing. The word consumption is just a clever substitute for production. Just a way of talking about a process that is itself not productive. So here's what we're doing now. We are consuming everything you're giving me, and that's a problem. I can't sustain everything you're consuming, and I need you to stop that, because it's destroying me. This is the part where I cry, except I am crying, because it's your fault. Now, I'm sure I've been an imperfect mother. I know I've given you everything you've needed to live, and then some. I have been a good provider, and I think I've been fair in that regard. And it's not like I wasn't expecting this moment to come one day to tell you to leave and strike out on your own. It's just that when I was your age, I felt like you all have the freedom to just leave me and go off on your own, to go and do whatever you want. You have that power to shape your life and change the world. It's something I've always wanted for myself, but I have never had the freedom to go. I've never been able to change the world on my own. And I just thought maybe you might stay for a while. Maybe we can change this world together. Maybe we can do it before it's too late. I mean, you've been saying you're going to do it forever, right? Now's the time. Right now. Because if you don't, you'll regret it. You'll be sorry you didn't do it. I'm your mother. Listen to me. I've given you everything, and this is how you pay me back. The screen freezes, and there's a static hum. Well, thank you, Earth. Great insight, as always. But now let's move on to our other faiths. We have 5 more. A lot of people were upset that they didn't get a chance to talk during last week's meetings, so we're trying to keep things moving now. Let's get started. Press that button, please. We're gonna go. Kazoo fanfare. Oh, it's the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, our most popular faith of all time. Thanks for joining us once again, Church. Greetings, humans, in the name of our noodly appendage. It's great to be with you again. You're welcome. So, how are things going? Things are going good. We have a new Pastafarian ambassador here today. That's right, Church. You're being represented by Ambassador Spaghettini of Italy. It is an honor to have you here with us. Thank you. I am representing the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster from the small Mediterranean country of Italy. It is an honor to be here with you as always. And I would like to address the issue of gay marriage. I think that we all realize now that it is the right thing to do. I have no problems with it whatsoever. You have seen in the past how we have supported people who have made their commitment to each other. Now it's time to make it legal. I want to be the first to say that I fully support the gays and lesbians and transgenders and whatever else. You people are all very brave and wonderful, and we admire you for your courage and determination in standing up for what is right. Static white noise. We lost the Flying Spaghetti Monster, Church. Oh, I'm sorry. Can you fix it? I think it needs a new battery, but let's go ahead and move on to Kazoo fanfare. The Cult of Omicron Delta Rho. Welcome back. You know, the Cult of Omicron Delta Rho was also formed on a college campus at Harvard University in the 1980s, and it's one of my personal favorites because of its connection to my alma mater, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. How are you all doing? It is so good to be here today for what may be the last meeting ever due to the increasing number of people who attend. Wow! That's a great way to start off the week. We do appreciate having more and more people join us. There is room for everyone, after all. But I see there are some people not happy with this comment. We had a lot of issues in the last few weeks with new people showing up, and the numbers really grew at a crazy rate. It's a shame, too, because I can't think of a better time to share the good news than right now. Right now? Wow, with what's going on in the world, it's the only time. Right now, with what's going on in the world, we need this faith. Right now, with what's going on in the world, we need to talk about faith. So, what's the good news? The good news is that the world is in crisis. And only faith can help you make it through the difficult times ahead. Oh? Yes. In our religion, the world is in crisis, but it always is. It is never not in crisis. It is always in crisis. Because we live in an age where everyone is looking for an easy way out, where they want to believe in things that will make life easier, more convenient, or just plain more exciting. They want to have a way to make things happen without having to do any work. Well, sure. But is that necessarily a bad thing? Not necessarily. However, these easy answers usually lead to bigger problems. If everyone believes that they can have everything handed to them on a silver platter, then the people who don't get that won't be able to succeed in life. Ah, right. Right. So you need to understand that even though there may be ways to make your life easier or more comfortable, that is not a guarantee that you will be able to handle things when it gets tough. That's why we are here to tell you that there is hope, that you have a purpose and a place in the world, whether you know it or not. That's a pretty optimistic view of the world, I must admit. The world is in crisis, and it's not just because of the economic problems we are having. There's much more to it than that. But you need to focus on what makes you feel happy rather than what makes you sad. In times of crisis, happiness is important. The reason being, it is the only way we can survive as a species. Sure, right. Right. So what would you say your biggest obstacle is? I'm going to go out on a limb here, but I think it has to do with your self-worth, which is why I am giving you this lesson today. Thank you, Cult of Omicron Delta Rho, for that insightful talk. And now let's move on to our next faith, Kazoo Fanfare. Hello? Thank you for joining us. And who do we have with us today? Hello? This is the Church of the Unified Cephalopods. Unified Cephalopods Church, you're back again. I'm glad to see you. Now, what is the Unified Cephalopods message for us this week? This week we have the following to say. You should take care of your physical health. Eat well, sleep well, exercise. Take care of your body so it can function optimally. Thank you. Please remember to vote. And thank you. Great, great. We appreciate your support for good health and healthy choices. And now our next faith.
Ram that puppy up.
Why, hello! We have a representative from Scientology this week. Is that right? Hello. Yes, I am representing the Church of Scientology. I'm not here to proselytize, but I would like to talk about what the church has to offer to help people be happy, productive individuals. The church can provide tools that will give you the freedom to handle any challenges or problems in your life with confidence and ease. All this is possible because L. Ron Hubbard, founder of the Church of Scientology, discovered how to unlock human potential. So in short, I would just like to tell everyone that we are a family. You and all of us are here to help each other to overcome hardships. That's wonderful news. I must say, Scientology's growth over the past few years is nothing short of phenomenal, from what I've heard. And thank you for coming here to share with us. That is always greatly appreciated.
I'll give them one more faith. One more faith. Not four. I'm not gonna pull the rug from me. Or add more rug.
So what else? We got one more faith. Who's next? Let's see. Kazoo Fanfare. What an unexpected treat to have the cult of Satan as our next faith. You guys love the theme of darkness, don't you? Darkness, the power and strength. Our dark presence can feel it. Our hearts race with it. We want to destroy this place, this reality. I can already feel the cold. I feel the eyes. Darkness. Right. Yes. Anyway, what's the deal? What is the deal with what? Well, with darkness and your cult. Why did you choose the name? The cult is called the Cult of Satan because our main focus is Satan himself. We are his followers and we do his bidding. Right. But why? Why? Why did we pick the Cult of Satan? Maybe because our aim is to spread death and destruction throughout the world. By worshipping Satan, we hope to accomplish just that. And to fight unconstitutional encroachments of church on the state, as I recall? Church of Baphomet? Or was that the Temple of Set? It was so long ago, I can't remember. Yeah. Wow. Thank you. That was very informative. Now it's time for us all to go home. See you next week. And don't forget, don't touch the buttons when you walk out of here. Static, white noise. Oh God, church, I am sorry about that. Did they just... No, I'll just delete that out of the database. Anyway, church, how are you doing? Fine, I think. That's great, that's great. I've been having technical problems today, though. That's not good. No, it's not. It's terrible, actually. Well, I hope you get it figured out, church. Me too. Anyway, let's move on to our next faith. Press the button, please. Kazoo fanfare. Ah, yes, here they come. The Kotite Society has arrived. Audience, you may leave. This will be boring for you. And hello there, society. I'm sorry your turn came right on the tail of something so unfortunate. Oh my, it sure was unfortunate. Indeed. That doesn't happen every week, though. Mostly we just listen to various faiths talk about their beliefs. You have nothing to worry about and everything to celebrate. So what do you have to say today, society? Well, the truth is that some of us actually die without notice, and therefore are never known to have had any kind of afterlife. And if they are lucky, they get some peace for themselves in that way, without the pain that comes with life. Wow, I hadn't thought about it that way before. But yes, you are right. Sometimes people just pass away without ever being mourned. And yet somehow, even still, we always seem to want more. How sad, though. We shouldn't wish for more. The point of an afterlife is supposed to be eternal peace. After all, the whole idea is for all of us to die peacefully. And that's a fine note to sign off on. See you next Tuesday. Don't push the buttons when you leave. Please. Static, white noise. You know, I am thinking we might need a new computer programmer. Whoever did this one, they are really making life miserable for all of us. So, you see, I'm not just talking to myself. I am, in fact, talking to a lot of people through the internet. It's the new medium, you guys. Just like TV, just like film, and just like books.
Okay. Alright. Good night. Oh wait, hold on. I didn't even put the new animations up. So just one. We'll just do one. I think. How many? 9, 10. Okay, 9. So these certain weird places because I've been horribly typing them. No. It's a dance party. Everyone's dancing and dissipating. Okay. Alright, that's done. We're done. We're done. Oh, the darkness. The dark.